الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
So the prayer call is a very special sound that is it's very close to me in my heart, and it helps me to do a lot of things and to continue to get the motivation and energy to do things. And the morning prayer call is perhaps the most important one for me, because it signifies not just the start of a day, but it signifies a relationship between man and the Creator in a way where you are actually seeking a partnership in the morning with someone. So that partnership, a day breaks, a morning breaks, and if it's early enough, you capture the special moment, that special ingredient in the morning. And when you hear the prayer call, it kind of reminds you that you are starting a morning with a partner that can actually make everything perfect for you that day. And it's something that I think is very special to everyone in Bo-Kaap, and a sound that I'll never get bored of hearing. My name is Zaki Harris, and we're in Bo-Kaap at the moment, Cape Town, South Africa.
Well, if somebody's never been here, we normally just do a little bit of detail, not detail, but a little bit of history, that these people living here were kept together because of apartheid, and is still together. But this is a community who came here 350 years ago as slaves brought by the Dutch. My name is Nurul Islam Mosque. Everybody calls me Zaini for short. It's like a long name.
Bo-Kaap has always been a diverse community in terms of the people that live here, and the colorful community for me actually extends to the people. It extends to the people in the way that they live with one another, the relationships they have, and it also the way that they use the spatial environment within the community, the way they visit the stores that they visit, the neighbors that they visit, the family that they visit, and how they use the communal spaces. Bo-Kaap doesn't have a lot of private spaces. We're sitting in one of very few private gardens, communal gardens in Bo-Kaap that have a private space.
But this is the oldest garden, older than the public gardens in Adelaide Street, I think. It had the master's well further up where we park our cars, and down here was the slave well. So there's a lot of slaves running up and down here, which we can't see, but this is the story here. There's a slave well, and obviously where there's water, that's where they started building. Across the road from here on the other side, there is the slate quarry. The quarry that comes down, there's like a piece of land missing in Strand Street. It runs up to here, this point behind me. So the stone that you find these walls were built is the same stone from just across the road. So stone is here, and the water was here. So a lot of the Bo-Kaap buildings were built from this point. People come to the Bo-Kaap. We don't have much. We're not a drinking society. So our social life evolves around food. Cape Malay food has been preserved for 350 years, so we cook the same way. It's never changed. And because of the time of the Dutch with the spice route, and the whole thing was about spice. So yeah, we basically taught the Dutch to cook. We taught the British to cook with the spices they were in search of. So yeah, we're still there.
The importance of stories in understanding a community or a group of people I think is very important, especially at a time like this. Everyone's got a lot of stories at the moment, but Bo-Kaap, the storyline behind Bo-Kaap has always been, or the history of Bo-Kaap, or the narrative, call it that, has always been embedded in people, and Bo-Kaap is a community of storytellers. And unless you're willing to listen to stories, unless you find pleasure in extracting, knowledge and from stories, you will not really find the true meaning of what community is in Bo-Kaap, or what life is like in a community like this. So stories connects us to the past, but it also gives us a window into the future, into how the past can be used to try and carve out a better, a more sustainable, a more inclusive future for ourselves within communities. So the human connection and understanding that human connection, I think best is done through stories.
People come here, they're coming here out of curiosity. The colour houses attracts them on the social medias and everywhere. So they come into the Bo-Kaap, and we are very warm people. We welcome you, but we also want you to also not be completely ignorant to our culture, and also have respect for our culture, because our culture is our religion as well. So we want people to come and enjoy it. The Bo-Kaap is definitely the heart of Cape Town.